What's next week? Week 1 or week?
Next week's a new season.
16.
Season 3. Season 3. Got the non-con, the Big Ten, and then the season 3.
Questions for Coach?
It's week 10, which means that you're getting to the end of the Big Ten season. One of your goals is in front of you. How do you approach that and get the team ready to tackle that challenge?
We treat this week just like as week 1. We've got to find a way to go on the road and win matches, and we're not changing really anything we're doing. The schedule will be different because of Thanksgiving a little bit, but there's nothing different. Just prepare, try to get them as rested as we can, and keep them sharp, and go play.
Did Lindsay arrange for a Thanksgiving feast here, or are you doing that in
We're having one here tomorrow night because we travel Thursday, so in practice there.
Don't get too much turkey that close to a match, I imagine.
I know. That's one good advantage of going on the road. So, yeah. But the problem is, we're trying, to try to get food on Thursday because when we get there and stuff, and dinner, nothing's open. So there's some challenges with that.
What kind of feedback are you getting from the players about if they're fatigued, how their bodies are holding up through this season?
It's just the time of year. I mean, there's just a lot of aches, little aches and pains. And fortunately, I mean, last few weeks, we've had a lot of people that have been sick, sick with stuff, coughing, that stuff. And I feel like today I didn't really hear anybody coughing. So hopefully that's a positive. But, it's that time of year. You're trying to keep them healthy. You're trying to keep them rested, but you still got to push and stay sharp and keep them conditioned and things like that. It's a balancing act.
Are there any ways that it looks like Maggie Mendelson has benefited from just getting reps and being able to play in matches?
Well, I think the biggest thing is she's not playing basketball, so she's committed full time to volleyball, and that's we knew when she came here. At some point she was going to make a decision, and when she decided to go full-time volleyball or full-time basketball, that's where she would probably really shine. And remember, she was a year early when she got here too, a year younger. So I just think you're seeing what we all thought she could do, and she's getting great opportunity. She's got a great setter setting her, so she's doing a nice job.
What do you think of what Katie's been able to do with leading Penn State to where they are, and also dealing with her cancer treatment?
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of respect for what she's doing, and again, I can't imagine, balancing all that, coaching. I mean, it's tough, but she's tough. She was a tough player, and she's shown a lot of toughness and determination, and she's probably very, very inspirational for her team to see that.
You're getting big crowds on the road, places that don't always get big crowds, SMU, Northwestern Oregon. What are all the combination of things about this team that you think is leading to those big crowds?
Well, you guys heard Maryland that we're moving in the big basketball arena. It's over 8,000 seat tickets now. I mean, they didn't. I don't know. It blows my mind. Like I said, I think we hold every attendance record now at every school we visited this year. They've pretty much all sold out or broke a record. So I don't know. It's people are in love with volleyball right now, and I think again it goes back to this. I think a stadium match a year ago. Everybody knows about Nebraska Volleyball because of that. So these places we're going. Whether they're Husker fans or just volleyball fans or youth sports kids that saw that stadium match and have seen us play. And we're on TV a lot. We've been on NBC, ABC, ESPN, Big Ten Network. So I just think we've all this exposure now is, you're seeing the result of that. People want to go see us play and see volleyball.
Were there any that surprised? I mean, you've seen Nebraska fans for 20 years on the road, but this year, were there any of them that still surprised you?
Yeah.
Which one?
The Oregon, we had a lot. Northwestern, I wasn't so surprised because we always have a big turnout in the Chicago area. And what was our, trying to think who else we played. Well, Washington, they had a lot of Washington people there. But I think Oregon was the biggest one. How many fans were at Oregon that were wearing red? I had no idea because last time we played in Oregon was 16, and there was hardly any crowds there for us when we played. And I can't remember if we played Oregon in that tournament or not. Were you here, Nate?
Yeah.
I don't think we played Oregon. We played Texas and
Yeah, they lost.
Florida,
Yeah.
Texas.
yeah, Florida, Texas. So I just felt like we were playing in front of parents, basically.
In what ways have you seen Caroline take a step forward? We didn't get to see a lot on the court, but from your perspective, how is she taking a step forward this year?
She's doing exactly what we thought she would be doing. She's hits the ball hard. She's a great competitor, and she's playing the role that we envisioned her playing. After Merritt. That's why we tried to redshirt her, or did redshirt her.
What was your reaction to seeing 3 of your players drafted in the PDF draft yesterday?
I saw Sheffield's comments, and the first thing I'm thinking, why the heck are we doing this during the season? But again, I think it's first time is they're gonna probably get some feedback to move the date, so it's not during the season. But I think it's great for those guys. They kind of know now. We got this week, we got a tournament, Christmas, and then they've got to plan what they're doing, because I think those guys really weren't sure. And now I think in some ways it's good, because now they know what they're going to do, and not wait till after our season and it's Christmas and what are we doing? Do I move out? Where am I going? And so now I think they've got some clarity in that, and I think they've handled it really well. And they're older, so this was our younger players, and I could see that as a big distraction. But these guys are older. They're in a master's program. They've already played 4 years, or like Layla's in her 5th year. So I think our players have handled it really well, and I think they're excited. They got drafted pretty high.
I think they're all going to places with either hometowns or close to their hometowns.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a good fit for them to be able to play in that close to their family, friends back home?
Yeah, it's kind of cool how it worked out. So I'm sure there's been dialogue going on. This is where I'd like to be. And so it's cool that it worked out. And I think it's really good for the Pro League to have Merritt in Atlanta and Lindsay here and Allie here, and then Layla going to San Diego. That's going to be a big deal. And I think it's great for her. So.
Does it speak to the depth of your program too? I think what's going on in your gym too. Layla and Lindsay both get drafted, and they're playing part-time roles or game-changing roles. Does that say a lot about what the depth that you have here?
Yeah, it does. And and we've known that, and that's what makes one of the hardest things about coaching this year is, trying to figure out a lineup and who plays and trying to keep everybody going. And but that shows you right there that and that's one of the things. Our practices are high level because we're going against. Doesn't matter what side you're on, you're going against great players. So it really helps our gym. And those two will be prepared to play in the Pro League.
Final questions? No? All right.
Okay, guys, thanks.
Thank you.